Hello and welcome to another video. I hope you are all having an amazing day out there. And today we are taking a look at an Inteleon VMAX deck. Now, the Inteleon VMAX League Battle deck came out recently, and it means that Inteleon is a lot easier to get access of, and a lot of people are wanting to try out the new cards they have got. And what I have here is my take on an Inteleon deck that utilizes the baby Inteleon that comes in that League Battle deck with the Shady Dealings ability that allows us to find 2 training cards from our deck when we evolve up into Inteleon. We are running a few extra copies of cards, and I've added a few more cards into the deck that don't come in the battle deck, like a Crobat and a Kricketune, and to help us draw some more cards, plus a Mew to protect our bench from things like Rapid Strike Urshifu, and also a Mimikyu to try and shut off a Mewtwo and Mew GX if we have them. Now, my aim for this deck is to try and limit the amount of energy our opponent is able to get onto the field. So we are playing everybody's favourite Crushing Hammer. We have a 4 of in this deck, just to try and help us as much as possible slow our opponent down, along with a couple of copies of Team Grunt as well. So with that, the Crushing Hammers and Inteleon VMAX's Hydro Snipe, we can try and wipe out all the energy on our opponent's field, slow them down while we start to build up to that max bullet. I've also included a couple of copies of Telescopic Sight in here, so we can deal extra damage to our Pokemon's V and GXs while they are on the bench. Now, a lot of these cards you do get in the League Battle deck, so it's only a few additions here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this out onto the ladder and see how we get on. We've won the coin flip. We are going to go first in the hopes that we can get one of our Inteleons out. We play 4 of them and somehow we have drawn nothing. One of our Inteleon Vs. I mean, we had the baby Inteleon. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. Let's see what we are playing up against. Annoyingly, we have no way of getting a Sobble out, which is a little frustrating. But it looks like we are playing against probably some form of control deck with that Lickitung. They're going to be trying to take our energies away. We're being Marnied, which is not too bad, although we are losing that Inteleon VMAX, which could have taken out that Twin energy, and we do not have much to go on here. Excellent. Telescopic Sight. I think we may actually just have to play some cards down just to draw into it. Which one's probably the best? I think probably the Mimikyu, because we may get some use out of that. A Capacious Bucket. So at least we can attach another energy, which is good. We'll grab one for next turn as well. And we will Snipe Shot the Lickitung. Do 40 damage. Hopefully they can't evolve, because then they can take away one of our energies, which isn't good. Who's my Hala? What have they put in there? Pokemon. A Marnie. We would have liked to be Marnied. Could have Marnied me. That would be nice. Power Plant. That's fine, because we don't play any GXs in this deck. Altaria. What would be really nice? Okay. No, that's not happening. Discard a random card from your opponent's hand. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck and discard an energy. So there goes an energy. There goes a card and a Team Grunt. That's useful. Oh, Crushing Hammer. Just what we wanted. Doesn't do anything. Okay. Let's... Exciting stage. Come on, draw supporter. No, but we do get an Inteleon, which is good. And we can... How much has it got? 90. That's not going to do that much. We just put the energy back into their hand, don't we? So, why don't we... Let's just go with the Hydro Snipe. because then that way it stops them powering anything else up. We're only going to lose 1 energy. It's a good thing we had this Kricketune on the bench, because they can... Whew! That was lucky. An Air Balloon. Okay, that wasn't too bad. There goes an energy. They're chipping away at us at the moment. I may just fail this search so that I can draw 2 more cards, because this is really what we need. We need to keep attaching energy every turn on this. Oh, perfect. Let's get a Sobble out. We're going to knock this out this turn, which is good. Let's attach that. Our energies are quite precious to us. So, let's go get rid of that and grab another Inteleon, because this one I don't think is going to last too long. And we Hydro Snipe. We don't return any energies to their hand, because now that we've knocked it out, it should just go to the discard. Crushing Hammer and Inteleon, that's fine. We already had one out. Ideally, what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to... That's not good. That's not good. That was our way of getting a card. Right. This is going to be knocked out on the next turn, isn't it? Yes, it is. So let's evolve that up. We don't play any switching, which is a bit of a problem. We can attack into that. But I think what we will have to do... There's our Air Balloon for next turn. We've played a Capture Energy already. We are going to just attack into this. Only doing... So it's going to take 3 attacks to do this. But what I am going to want to do is on the next turn. So they're just doing a rollout, which does nothing. Let's attach the Telescopic Sight. And this. And... Oh, I should have done the Capture Energy. That's fine. I'm going to go with a... I'm going to evolve this up, because if I can get a Crushing Hammer on this one, I can then boss up that Alterix. I'm just worried. There he goes. Okay, so let's boss this up. We can take a prize. And then what this means is we don't have to worry about them evolving up into something that we can't attack, which would be good. And we get a Quick Ball, which means that we can get some use out of that Pokemon. We can evolve up into a Sobble here. We're slowly got the ability to start taking out their... So they're going to knock us out here, which is fine, because we can, on our next turn, knock out their Lickitung and put some damage onto the one onto the bench. So it's not too shabby. That's 3 pies costing them. They've got to get through another one of ours. What I will do is I can use my Level Ball to grab a Sobble. Crobat in here, yes. We don't have a T-Meow Grunt, which is an issue. Oh no, we're knocking it out anyway. Yeah, so it doesn't matter. I was going to say we want to try and get this energy off the field. We just have to be wary that we are slowly running out of cards. Because I imagine this is another way this Lickitung deck can win. It's by just decking us out. They want to try and go through our deck as quickly as possible. This is not going to help them. Especially as I do believe I have a boss. So I can boss that up and knock out the Swablu all at the same time, which would be really nice. Where's that Curse Shove going to go? Onto there. I'm not going to attack that. So let's put this back in here. I think we'll just take the Drizzile and grab that last boss. We don't want to take too many cards out of our deck and speed up the process for our opponent. And then, how many energies do we have left? No energy. So this is the only one we're attacking with. So So I may just attach it onto here so that we have one more energy to go. We won't grab anything. Boss up this one. And then max bullet onto this one. And there we go. We have one more prize to take. We find another one of our crushing hammers, which is nice. We do need to get through this Lily's Pokédoll, which is leaving us in a bit of a bad spot. They're going to crushing hammer. They obviously get ahead. If they take off another one of our energies, we could be in a bit of trouble. But that's just a draw energy. And they've conceded. There's our first game in the bag. Let's see if we can get another one against maybe a bit more of a top tier deck. Tails never fails. Okay, we're going to go first on this one. I'm going to guess by the deck box that we may be playing against ADP, which I think should be a good matchup because we can try and stall their auto creation for quite a while. Let's go with Level Ball to get out a Sobble. Then we can evolve up into a Drizzile next turn. And we should be good to go. Should be. Could turn out to not be an ADP at all. They just really like the Dragon Box and the sleeves. There's a Metal Energy. Could still be Lucario Melmetal, which is not a great matchup. There's the ADP. We can even boss the ADP up this turn and take that energy away from them and just try and slow them down as much as possible. Or they're going to go into the active themselves. Save us the hassle. But yeah, they were just getting ready. So what do we want to do now? I think what we want to do, we're going to evolve up. We're going to Pokémon. Yeah. For a Drizzile. When we evolve this, we can then find a Quick Ball. Doesn't seem too bad. So that we can... I'm going to discard the Air Balloon. We want to get the Telescopic Sight onto this. Because then we can start dealing more damage to the... Oh, I should have played the boss's order. I was rushing. Let's get that down. And we don't want this Mimikyu, so let's get down another Inteleon. We're ready to go. Don't want to put down too many prizes that our opponent can knock out in one turn. Slightly disappointed that we didn't get an energy attachment this turn. It slows us down a little bit. But with that, there goes that energy back to the ADP. They're going to need more pieces now to get off their auto creation. They're going to need the water energy and energy switch. So if they don't have it, that's another turn for us. And what we can actually do is we can get a Drizzile and an Inteleon, baby Inteleon, this next turn. So we can search for 3 different trainer cards. Quite nice. There's Zamazenta. So Zamazenta's not great because we can't do any damage to it as our Vmax. There's water energy. Do they have energy switch? I think they've got probably going to start. Oh no, they're powering up the Zacian. Thought they might go for the Zamazenta. Don't see Zamazenta in too many ADP decks nowadays, but I suppose as more Vmaxs become better, more popular, it makes sense to have it with that Dauntless Shield ability. But they've now played a Crobat, so there are 6 prizes on the field that we can take. And if we can start to apply a lot of pressure, especially to the bench with our max bullet, we can do 60 damage to the bench with Telescopic Sight. That goes up to 90. So we 2-hit a Crobat, while also 2-hitting pretty much 2-hitting anything they have in the active. So we can take 4 or 5 prizes in one turn. And with ADP, the more you can kind of slow down their auto creation, the better. And they don't get it off, so that is perfect. So what we're going to do, I think we're probably going to end up searching for some crushing hammers in this one. Oh, and we get the research as well. So we don't want to... Everything we search for, we want to use. So let's grab the Drizzile. There's an Inteleon in there as well, which is perfect. And let's go for Inteleon. Now, what is it that we're going to search for? Probably a Capacious Bucket. And we could just go for free. We could go for free Crushing Hammer. I think we go for free Crushing Hammer. Just absolutely obliterate the Zacian's energies. Unless we get free Tails. Because we're going to be doing Professor's Research anyway. So we don't want anything that we kind of want to keep our hands on. So, heads. Heads. There we go. There's one off the Zacian. Heads. And another one off the Zacian. And I think they've already used quite a few of their metal sources. So we then research. We do get another energy, which is good. I think we grabbed the Kricketune. Heartbreak emoji. I know that is disappointing. We play the Kricketune, and then we Hydro Snipe again. We put that energy back into their hand. And if we get one more energy, so they can either stay in the active and get their auto creation off if they manage to get the energy switch that they're looking for. But we then knock them out. And if we don't get the Telescopic Sight, we can deal 60 damage to the Zacian. When that then comes up into the active, we can try and max bullet, so we'd get the knockout on the Zacian. So the next 2 turns, in theory, we should take 5 prizes. They have a very big hand. So I am likely to, if I don't lose this hand, Marnie them so that they lose that hand a little bit. Okay, so there's a Skylar. So they're likely just going to search out Energy Switch. If that's the case, then I'll probably just Professor's Research. Try and guarantee that we get that water energy. They're looking for something. They've used a fair few of their Metal Saucer. So those energies that we discarded, going to be harder for them to get out. Oh no, they're just going for the Metal Saucer. Maybe they already have the Energy Switch. Maybe they're just going to plan to sit behind the... No. They're going for their GX attack. Okay, so we are knocking out this ADP. They're actually going to try and... They are not even bothering with their GX attack. They've given up on it. So they're going to power up this Zacian. No, the Zamazenta. Okay, how many boss are we down? Okay, let's get that attached on there. And research. There, that's good. Got what we wanted. Got another one for next turn. Put that on there so we can go to the active. So what we do now is max bullet to the Zacian. So they can bring up... Well, they're probably going to bring up their Zamazenta, aren't they? So for us, that's fine. Because... Oh, maybe we should have put it onto the Crobat. I was worried about the Zacian coming up. I should have put it on the Crobat. Then we could have taken those 2 prizes. But they can still try and power up the... in the background. Oh, we're being Marnied. If we get Marnied into a boss, then... I don't think we have any more Inteleons. They are prized. Okay. Tackle is fine. We're going to be knocked out. Oh. So let's go Capacious Bucket. Put one onto here. And then boss up this one. Max bullet to the Crobat. Crobat only has 90 left. We've taken 2 more prizes. Now this is the issue here, is we need some more time to power up this second Inteleon. However, they only do 130 damage because they didn't get their GX attack off. We slowed them down enough for that. So 130 to 60. They need to attack us 3 times. They're going to Marnie. There's no other way of them taking 3 prizes in that Kricketune. We've got a research. Do we want to research for anything? Oh, we're in reset stamped. Now there. Okay. What we do as well is we move up into the active with our Kricketune. They've taken 3 prizes. That's absolutely fine. It still should take them 3 turns. We attach to our Inteleon. We exciting stage. We can retreat into the Inteleon VMAX. Then we... let's level. See, is there a Sobble and a Drizzile? Oh, it's just a Drizzile. Oh, we don't need that. We boss this up. They need a switch, but what this should mean is, unless they have a way of stalling us, which is entirely possible, because I think our other Air Balloon is in the deck, and they've conceded. There we go. That is Inteleon VMAX taking the victory against ADP, even with a Zamazenta. And that is it, the Inteleon VMAX deck. Now, it isn't one of the top tier decks in the format, but it will get you some wins on the ladder, and it can go toe-to-toe with some of the best decks, like we saw with that ADP deck. We managed to slow it down so much they just gave up on their GX attack, which you love to see against ADP. Now, if you haven't already, make sure that you have liked this video, you subscribed to the channel, and you've commented down below what you think of Inteleon, and give me some ideas for future decks to try out. Always looking for some new decks to play around with, and I look forward to hearing from you. All that's left for me to say is I wish you all the best of luck with your own games, and bye!